So the next important concept in LangChain is about LCEL, LangChain Expression Language. So whatever we have seen so far, we want to create a pipeline for that. We want to chain all those methods in one pipelines, right? So we're starting from model. We want to give a prompt to model, then output from the model. We want to pass to the output parsers to get a desirable output, right? So we want to create a pipeline, something like we want a simple template, then a template to be passed them to model, and then we want to pass the output from that to our output parser, right? So we want to create such chain. So to create such chain, LangChains provide a better base. So in the initial versions of LangChain, there was method called LLM chain, but they are now deprecated from the newer versions, and probably you will not able to use them in future. So here they pass the different constructors in this particular chain. Like we pass the model name here, we pass the part or the prompt here, we pass the parser here, something like that. But it is now has been deprecated. So they have replaced these methods with the uh, operator called operator. So to create such things, they now have pipe operator, and it is denoted by state. Okay, so how we can create such chain? So inside LCEL, let's say you have different object that you want to create the chain of. Let's say you have object A, object B, object C, and you want to create a chain for that. So what you have to do, you just pass the object here, then the operator, then the second object, then the operator, then the third object. So what it does here, it takes the input, A takes the input, gives the output, that output is passed to B, and the output from B is passed to C. So this is how a chain is created using this particular operator. So let's see how we can create such object in our case. So so let's say we have defined the LLM, the model, we have defined our template as a prompt, and then we have also defined the parser as well. So let's run these codes, and now we want to create a chain for that. So I'm calling this chain, and I will use this operator. So first I will give the template. Then the output from template, I want to pass it to the model, which is my LLM, and then I want to pass it to the my output parser, which is my parser, right? So once I create this chain, I can call a common method which are used by these objects, right? So all these are runnables. So whatever we pass to these operators are called runnables. So runnables you can think as, so runnable as you can think as a object or an objects which have common methods, right? Like like invoke. In our case, invoke is common to all these objects, right? So these are called runnables here. And once I want to pass the message here, I will call chain dot invoke. So it will be what it do. The message will be passed to the input will be passed to the template first, and then it will pass to the LLM, and then it will pass. It will be output will go to the parsers and will give me the final output. Right. So what we pass to the template, generally we pass a simple prompt, right? Something like that, template.invoke. So this message I will pass now to my chain, and this will automatically will be flowed from left to right. Right. So first it will go to the template, then it will output from template will be generated. That will go to the LLM part, and then probably will go to the parser part. So if I run this, you can see the output is tum kaise ho. Since I passed the input that only goes to the template. I need not to get the output from template, then pass that as input to the LLM, and then get the output, then pass that as input to the parser. I don't have to do everything. I just created one chain, and that chain will take care of all those steps. Okay, there are different ways to create such chains, such operators. There are different methods, different functions as well, like runnable pass through and all, which creates a very different kind of chains. Let's say our chain is very different where in the rack pipelines you will see you might have different stages and different steps, and you have a different complex chains. So to create those chains you might need some different kind of different kind of functions from LCEL. So LCEL is useful to create the chains of a different object function within the LangChain.